And we're live. Welcome to the Writer's Life, place where you get the sights, sounds, smells, taste of my personal writer's life, and where you get the truth about the writer's life. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you can, and you can. So please like it, and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on one exciting video. This is my microphone, by the way. It's actually my son's, but he's let me borrow it. Anyway, so I got an interesting LinkedIn message the other day from a person who shall go nameless. My allergies are bugging me today, so like nothing's coming out right. Anyway, and she was like, "Wow, I haven't seen, we haven't seen one another since New York," which she was referring to an event we went to. I think 10 or more years ago. I think it was Thriller Fest. Anyway, a bunch of us like went out for drinks after or something like that, and all of his authors, and it just so happened that this person and I are both working for the same magazine right now. That's how we reconnected. But it got me to thinking, and I've spoken about this topic before. It got me to thinking that I think it was like me, she was there, and maybe 3 or 4 other people, other authors, a couple of whom, like me, have been published by the majors and whatever, and has done really well. I'm pretty sure like only 2 of us are left, like are still working writers. This is not, I could be wrong about one person, but I have not heard from him in ages, nor seen him, nor seen any new releases. So, but this is the business, and this, I just read a stunning statistic that 37,000 journalists have lost their jobs since the beginning of the pandemic, and they were losing their jobs rapidly up to that point anyway. And something like, I don't know, 42% of what were once working full-time writers have been decimated over the past 10 years as well. This is the world we're living in now. And I can't tell you, like, having been in this game for over 20 years now, professionally, the people who have come and gone, the editors, the writers, the agents, the publicists, I could list them for you, and it would be it would take like 4 or 5 hands to do so. And some of these were major players. You still have the blockbusters like the Harlan Cobens and the I guess the John Grishams or Lee Childs and whatever, but like those are getting fewer and fewer, especially as bookstores continue to close or whatever. I'm not even sure some of the blockbusters are actually earning out their advances either anymore, but who knows? Maybe they are. They certainly have television programs and things like that they've sold, so that's cool. That keeps them afloat in a big way. But for the majority, a lot of people, a lot of writers are on the street, a lot of journalists, and therefore people are trying, people, if they're not adapting to the situation, if one publisher doesn't want to take your work, then you have to find another one, or you have to go independent. You have to adapt, and you have to find ways to keep the money coming in. And this, kind of goes back to what I was talking about yesterday a little bit about finances or whatever. It's funny because I, for one, am having a really good year. Go figure. And it's like we're going into a recession and all that sort of stuff. And I can't handle all the work I have between fiction and journalism. I'm like crazy busy. I'm working 7 days a week. But I've always been a survivor. I've always adapted to like the changing climate and publishing climate. And There's been like 5 or 6 times where I should have just been like dead in the water and like, applying for a job. And I just, for some reason, I just keep surviving and keep putting out the word count and keep moving on. And I think being prolific has a lot to do with it. I think a lot of authors, like, it's a struggle to write a book, and once they write a book and maybe get it published by a really good publisher, and it just doesn't sell, that their balloon pops, and they're like, what's the use? Just forget about it and move on to something else. I'm not like that. I'm the pit bull, and I just keep nipping at your ankles. you know Nothing's going to stop me, especially now at like my age, and you know um I sometimes feel like I'm just getting started, but that's the way you should feel. You should feel hungry all the time. Anyway, the point of all this is, you can either be one of those casualties who was sitting at the table in New York 10 years ago, or you could still be a working author, making good money, making a living, and looking forward to the future. Anyway, that's all I got to say today. Hope you're having a good day, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. And ciao, ciao.